Let's talk about principles and instruments of Islamic microfinance. The first principle, which is most famous and perhaps the most controversial from a financial point of view, is the prohibition of interest. However, riba do not refer to usury as in modern economics, charging excessive interest rates. The prohibition of riba allows for administrative expenses accrued by financial intermediaries and also for compensation for inflation. The second principle is risk sharing, which means that lenders share risks and the losses of the business they fund. This requires determining profits for these businesses exposed, which is not necessary in an interest-based loan. In riba and promoting risk sharing makes the suppliers of the funds investors instead of creditors. The third principle involves calculations of the time value of money and sheds light on the wisdom behind banning riba. Money, according to Sharia rules, is only a medium of exchange as long as it is not invested in productive activities. So the last principle is the prohibition of gharar. It simply means taking excessive risks and speculative behavior such as gambling. Literally, gharar means uncertainty and ambiguity created by the lack of information or control in an economic transaction. Mudarabah is one of the most common PLS financial agreements. According to this agreement, the financer provides funds to the entrepreneur to be invested in economic activity, usually short to medium-term projects, for an agreed upon share of the profit. The second popular PLS contract involves equity participation, musyarakah. Musyarakah is a classic joint venture. This contract is hybrid of partnership and mudarabah. The entrepreneur and the investor are contribute to the capital and managerial expertise in agreed upon amounts, and they also agree on the share of the profits and losses. Ijara, for instance, leasing contract, which is widely used for financing vehicle, machinery, and equipment. Other contracts are developed to provide money for sales rather than for entrepreneurial activities.
Islamic microfinance is a system designed to provide fair financial service while staying true to Islamic principles. Now, let's explore its main purpose and how these contracts align with Islamic teachings. Let's talk about primary purpose of Islamic microfinance contract. The key goal of Islamic microfinance contract is to give fair access to financial service for people who are often left out. For example, some contracts allow individuals to buy assets gradually in a way that fits their financial ability without falling into debt. Another purpose is to help the poor through interest-free loans. These loans help people cover basic needs or start small business. This system is different from regular finance because it focuses on helping people and communities, not just making a profit. For alignment with Islamic principles, Islamic microfinance follows Islamic principles by avoiding interest and focusing on fairness. Some contracts work by sharing risks between clients and financiers, ensuring everyone gets the benefits fairly. Second one of the keys is transparency, which has clear forms for all parties involved. Beyond fairness, these contracts also promote social justice, ensuring wealth is shared and the poor are supported. So, to conclude, Islamic microfinance provides ethical financial solutions that reduce poverty and promote fairness. By aligning with Sharia principles, it ensures that everyone is treated justly while supporting the growth of communities.
Before we delve into the finer details of Islamic microfinance, we first need to know where exactly the concept of microfinance first came from. The concept of microfinance first originated from the experiments that were being held by the Grameen Bank in Bangladesh, and these experiments were focused on poor people who were overlooked by the formal banking system, and they were provided with small loans by microfinance institutions to start micro businesses. The ultimate purpose of microfinance is to help alleviate poverty by using the products offered by microfinancial institutions such as microcredit, micro-savings, and also micro-insurance. Microcredit is the act of providing small loans that range from around several $100s to several $1,000. These loans are provided to the poor to start businesses or to finance consumer purchases. These loans typically carry interest rates that are higher than commercial banks, but lower than informal. Next, we'll be talking about micro savings, and apart from just providing loans, plenty of microfinance institutions offer deposit products that help their clients to build up their assets, while simultaneously providing security for their loans. Micro savings helps encourage the poor to better save their earnings and manage it better. Microinsurance is a more recent product of microfinance, with the most popular one being health insurance. And some health insurance provide the client with protection not only for situations where clients are unable to pay for their treatment out of their own pocket unless they sell off all their personal assets in order to afford the treatment. Additionally, many microfinance institutions provide life insurance where the family of the insured will not have to repay the microfinancial institutions in the event that the insured passes away. In conclusion, there are plenty of products offered by the microfinance institutions in order to combat and alleviate poverty. However, for Muslims, it is not the most feasible because microfinancial institutions use interest-based financing in their microfinancial institutions, which leads us to our main topic, which is Islamic microfinance.
Poverty is a challenge faced by millions, but Islam offers a powerful tools to tackle it: zakat, sadaqah, and wakaf. These three principles goes beyond charity. They are the mechanism for social justice, equity, and sustainability. Zakat is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. It is an obligatory charity requiring eligible Muslims to give 2.5% of their wealth annually. The purpose is clear: to redistribute resources and ensure that the vulnerable, such as poor and fakir, to be cared for. Zakat is unique. It is not just a charity, it is a social safety net embedded within Islamic governance designed to alleviate poverty and reduce inequality. While zakat is obligatory, sadaqah is voluntary. It is a form of charity that can take many forms, not just money, but also any acts that bring benefit to others. Sadaqah is about compassion and unity. It's a little gesture that builds stronger communities, creating a culture of giving where everyone looks out for one another. Wakaf is a long-term solution, a perpetual endowment where assets like land, money, and property are dedicated for public benefit. The assets remain intact, while the proceeds are used for projects like education, healthcare, and infrastructure. It ensures ongoing support for communities, turning donation into sustainable solution that can last for generations. Zakat uplift the poor, sadaqah foster unity, and wakaf building lasting change. Together, they create a holistic systematic to combat poverty and inequality.
Human development is central to Islamic economic principles. It emphasizes on improving well-being through education, health, and social justice. It aligns with these goals by addressing financial exclusion and poverty, which hinder human progress. Islamic microfinance contribute to human development in 3 significant ways. The first one is education. Increased household income enables families to invest in children's education, breaking the cycle of poverty. The second one is healthcare. Access to funds improve nutrition and healthcare, enhancing life expectancy and productivity. The third one is community empowerment. Charity-based funds like zakat and awqaf build essential infrastructure such as schools and clinics, benefiting entire communities. By offering interest-free loans and profit-sharing models, Islamic microfinance empowers individuals to start businesses, creating jobs, and boosting local economies. Women in particular gain financial independence, which promotes gender equality, and also strengthens communities. Studies have shown that Islamic microfinance increases household income, enhances children's education, and also improves health outcomes. For example, programs in Indonesia and Malaysia have significantly raised living standards for thousands of families.
Islamic microfinance is a powerful tool for empowering women, particularly in poor communities. Not like traditional microfinance, which often involve highest interest rate. Islamic microfinance operates on Sharia principles. So let's move on how Islamic microfinance contribute into women empowerment. Studies show that these microloans improve women's income, savings, and overall living conditions. Secondly, Islamic microfinance also includes development skills program in business like budgeting, marketing, and leadership. These programs empower women to manage their business effectively and achieve long-term sustainability. Thirdly is the expansion of women's decision-making roles. With their own income, women gain a stronger voice in how decisions about education, healthcare, and investments. This improves family well-being and boosts women authority in their community. Finally, Islamic microfinance promotes social empowerment. Women gain confidence, good networks, and experience greater freedom to engage in society. Financial independence also helps many escape domestic violence, leading to healthier relationships and communities. In summary, Islamic microfinance do not just provide financial aid, it transforms life by fostering independence, confidence, and equality for women.